Hey guys, good evening. It's just a quick update on a Saturday. I'm about to go out, take the wife outdoor thing, but I did want to talk about a couple of key factors, a couple of updates and headlines that we need to pay attention to this weekend. First thing is, let's go look at the website. GameStop's website, over 20,500 cards. We actually peaked out at 20,600 that I saw earlier, maybe more. We go up and down. We do a lot. Execution on this program, just so that we're clear, 20,000 cards at $60 a pop, right? For those physical power packs, that would be an extra $1 million. I'm just telling you, an extra $1 million in product. But they're doing more than that because they're selling a lot of these cards right now. And then they'll eventually get to the power packs, what they're going to put into them. The power packs website is alive and running. I tend to like the baseball. The baseball is looking really good. A diamond and plat. I don't know what it would mean to have a Jackie Robinson card or a Shohei Ohtani autographed. I just know that I would want it, and I'd want it forever. So these cards are available to you if you're spinning. If you're going to powerpacks.com, go check them out. I don't need a Penny Hardaway card. I don't need Steph Curry. I don't need any of these bums. I'm good on all that. Those baseball cards are lit. I will talk about AMC in a bit. There's something I was reading into, and I want to call Tony De Niro out on that. So we'll get to that. What I do want to show you on GameStop is this. If you look at the low on GameStop, it's increasing. It's increasing. We have been picking ourselves up. We're now at 1992 as being the low for the year. I thought it was 1993, but if it's 1992, that's fine. For this year, 2025. And that's awesome that a lot of us got in at the low, but we know where the high's going. The fact that this low is going to trigger a different high this time around. You broke out from $11, $9, all the way up to 64 at one point, but to be at 20 right now, well, the high has to go a lot higher than what you see here. We went from 10 to 120 at one point, and from 64 cents to $7. Usually, 12x, 2x, 3x, 6x. There's more than 2x. I'll put it that way. And here, no volatility whatsoever. It's just at 1.5 times and or less than. So it looks great. Okay, that's what's happening with GameStop. It looks amazing on this low end from what I see. I will show you this as well. These are all of the Pokemon cards that were released this year. I'll make myself smaller. My dogs are excited. I think my daughter's home. But Phantasmal Flames is the last set of this year being released. So the fact that it went out and everybody was there, there are numerous releases that they're doing. They're doing a new Prismatic Evolutions. This is GameStop. They're releasing everything on Fridays and Saturdays. So make sure you're there and doing it. White Flare, Black Bolt, Mega Evolutions, Phantasmal Flames, Destined Rivals, Journey Together, and Prismatic Evolutions. Now, we know Prismatic was massive. We know Destined Rivals, same thing. This is how GameStop got their revenue all the way past $900 million because of these releases. But now you had two more additional releases this quarter, and I'm excited for it for the bottom line, right? Mega Evolutions was last quarter, Black Bolt last quarter, White Flare last quarter, but Phantasmal Flames actually going for this quarter right now, quarter four. So, all together, all in all, GameStop executing at a high level. I love it. I will show you the chart. Looks phenomenal for me. This is a bullish pennant, and this is the weekly chart, and it's a golden cross at the moment, and it's expected to be breaking out of this bullish pennant. We're going to get to the end of it, break out of it on the weekly, and you'll see sparks flying. That's just me personally. But I do want to touch base on AMC. I've been watching, I've been listening to you guys. Red Bull vodka, killing it tonight. Um, you know, I'm going to tell you something, AMC, that and in Tony De Niro, this is why I'm calling you out, because you're a real snake on this. You were talking about warrants and convertible notes, and you said the convertibles don't convert early. Never happens, right? Certainly not in the world of what? Private equity? So there was something that happened a long time ago. Nobody knows about it because they don't ever go do the homework on it, but I bury myself in it. It was Silver Lake, private equity, came in and gave AMC movie theaters $600 million for 25% of their company, essentially, on a convertible note. Convertibles all the way up to $20.50. But if you knew what happened when they did that was on the 14th of September. Then they announced on the 20th of September, think about this, okay? A week later, they announced, AMC did, that they would do a special dividend. And that was the payback to right there. Let me give you back your money, Silver Lake. But in addition, all the insiders made their money. All the board of directors made their money. And consequently, coincidentally, that was the last time Adam Aaron bought shares for his company of AMC 7 years ago. Gotcha. The part that really started triggering my brain is that the next year, Adam Aaron gave every executive a pay cut. And he told the shareholders, hey, we're cutting your pay. Don't worry, we're going to cut their pay. We're only going to pay them in shares because if they perform, then the stock will go up. But did you know he aligned their tranches, the shares that he was giving to the executives, he aligned those tranches with the conversion rate of said convertible bonds, convertible shares, convertible notes that were given to Silver Lake. So it was like lockstep. Silver Lake got to put their people on the board of directors. Adam Aaron went ahead and said, okay, we already have private equity here. We're ready to roll. And what did they do? They bought back shares with the money given to them. That's what they did. It wasn't to survive the company. It wasn't any of that. They bought back shares. They gave back a special dividend, bought back shares, increased the price. When COVID happened, they weren't ready for that. They didn't see that happening. But the minute it got unleashed to spark up, which it did during COVID right there on January 28th, and people think it was retail. It was not retail. It was the price of the stock got to a level that your boys at Silver Lake converted the notes. They actually converted early because those original bonds, those original convertible notes were all the way till 2025, 2026 right now. And they converted a year later, 2 years later. So what does that tell you? Huh? That tells you guys that, yes, they're doing things in lockstep with private equity. And if you've ever seen every move after the fact, when they did push out Wanda Group, when they did take Mudrick's money, when they did back Mudrick's investment, when they did create Ape, when they did do these additional preferred equity units and split and take the money from you, the equity out of the stock, reverse stock split it back up to you, all while telling you that they're doing what's best for you. None of it has been. It's been good for whomever was invested with the company previously and moving forward, like Ankura and Terra, not Ankura. It's a different one, I think. I know. But you understand now? You understand what happened to you? Or maybe you don't know what happened to you. But you should. And I don't want to see it on my timeline. I see it every day. You know what AMC is? AMC stock is like an ugly dog that bites. It's like, be one or the other. Be ugly and no one gets next to you, or just be ugly or bite and then no one will pet you. But can you imagine if you're an ugly dog that actually bites? I want to touch on one last thing. I know we're touching the markets, NVIDIA, and all of that. And I know the Macy's Day Parade is coming. And everyone's getting excited about me. I don't get excited about stuff like this. I want to tell you about the holidays and about pricing for your shares and how you talk to your family about GameStop on Thanksgiving and or the markets. You know, a lot of you guys are going to gather with your folks and family, and they're going to tell you they know better. Okay, they're going to tell you that they know better investing than you do. They'll say things like diversify. You'll never win. The equivalent of diversifying your portfolio is like picking your own battles. You ever get told that? I'm a newlywed. The first thing I'd ever have my dad, pick your battles, buddy. Ho, ho, ho. Stupid advice. Stupid advice. It's like diversify. Oh, pick the right stock, diversify your portfolio. Stupid advice. This whole notion of picking your battles means what? You're going to lose the ones that you don't pick. I mean, you're prepared to lose the ones that you don't want to fight. Okay, cool. And in the stock picking world, you're never going to beat the market because you're just going to diversify and pick the market. Where's the truth here? Okay, let me explain to you what I mean by all this, okay? When you get in front of your folks and family and they tell you they know a better investment, or it's NVIDIA, or it's Palantir, or it's Apple, it's Google, it's Amazon, it's everyone but GameStop, you remind them that People magazine once picked Bill Cosby as the man of the year. What's my point? My point is, people can be wrong. Not just the magazine, but people around you. They probably don't have the read. They probably were told the wrong thing. They probably believe what they're told. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. This whole world is wrong when it comes to GameStop. The whole investment world, the whole economy, this administration, Everybody. The whole world's compromised as long as I'm looking at it from my, I guess, millionaire rose-colored lens glasses, whatever. Remember what I'm telling you. The world's been wrong before. We're absolutely correct. Get ready, millionaires. It's about to be amazing. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Enjoy your Saturday. I'm about to go get it, and I'm about to go get it. Peace.